All right, hello everyone, and peace of the Lord, peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link for the video with whoever you know, and don't forget to download the video as soon as we finish so you can keep it for your own and post it in other forms as you wish. Today's topic is very important, and we'll explore many things which you guys, most of you, do not know. When we speak about Islam, we think about something that's called many people think it's a religion, and it is something very well established. They have their books, they have their belief, they have, supposedly. But if you go in details, actually, you will find that the Muslims are bankrupt. Even the Quran, which they are reciting for you, they don't have it. Not a single country of Muslims have a Quran can be considered as authentic. Even the Quran, which the Muslims they read today, they say that this is the Quran according to Muhammad. But even that one is a recitation. What does that mean? That's mean they don't have it. Somebody claim, from somebody claim, from somebody claim, from somebody claim from somebody that this is a recitation, not even a book. Not even a book. So what the Muslims have? Nothing. If we go in the first page in the Quran, for those who have the Quran in Arabic, you will see this. It says, كتب هذا المصحف الكريم. It's not even Quran, it's a mushaf. Mushaf is pages. There's no book. This mushaf, the generous mushaf, was written according to the recitation of Hafs, not the book of Hafs. According to recitation of Asim, which is his stepfather. According to Abi Abdul Rahman. According to according to Uthman, Ali, Zaid, blah 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 blah. Then at the end, according to Muhammad. There's no book. They say this is a tale. Even here in Arabic, it says the tale of this mushaf. Let us make it in blue. رواية هذا المصحف. The tale of this mushaf, not Quran. This is a mushaf. A mushaf is a collection of pages. It can be even one page. Written according to the recitation of Hafs. Now, if we go and check who is Hafs, you will see all the Muslims agree that Hafs was a fraud. And he was a thief. And not only that, if Hafs he make a hadith or he come with a hadith, the Muslims they are rejected because he is a fraud. So the Quran, the Muslims, the most popular Quran, the Muslims today they recite to you is coming from this guy, which his name is Hafs, as we see in the screen. A fraud. And this is in their books. Their scholars they agree that Hafs is a fraud. What about his father? His father, his name is Asim. Asim accused by Muslim to be a fraud. He's a thief, he's a liar, he steals books. And he claimed that he is the one who wrote them. And his hadith is rejected too. So the source of the Quran we have today is coming from two fraud people who exist more than 200 years after Muhammad. They never met Muhammad, never heard Muhammad, never, they don't know anything about Muhammad. They are just came 200 years after, and they are a bunch of corrupt thieves, according to Muslims. Uthman ibn Affan is the first one who burned all the Quran, which the Muslims used to have. If we ask Muslims why Uthman he burned the Quran, what does that mean? Why somebody he is the caliphate is burning the Quran? That's mean at that time there's many Quran, otherwise there is no need to burn them, and they are different, correct? So that confirmed that from the beginning of Islam there's many Quran and they are totally different, to the point that Uthman he took over because of the authority he have now. He is the caliphate, and he burned all the Qurans and he kept his own. But now today we don't have it. As you see, we have recitation of a guy, his name is Hafs, and his stepfather, his name is Asim, and both of them they are fraud. So they got nothing. If you remember a few years ago, they mentioned that they found a page in the Birmingham manuscript, if you remember it. But that page was a piece of leather. Go to the date even before Muhammad, not the date of the ink or the writing. It was the date of the leather piece. Which means if I bring it now and I write for it on it, that the Muslim they will say, oh, this is old, this is ancient. That's not ancient, it is the piece of leather, not the writing. And we can discover that easy, because the writing of the Quran in the time of Muhammad should not have dots. If you look at the Quran today in Arabic, you will see it have dots. That is something new. So they don't have Quran, they don't have any source. What about Sahih al-Bukhari? The most authentic books for Muslims is Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. What about them? Guess what? They don't have Sahih al-Bukhari and they don't have Sahih Muslim. You believe it? This is Islamic question answer. This is Islamic website by Sheikh Muhammad Saleh al-Munjid. Big project, a lot of money involved in it, from Saudi Arabia. He's asking about the original copy of Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. And now the article go on and on and on and on, but the answer is very simple. We don't have it. We don't have it. Here the guy, the sheikh, is trying to explain to you, brother, they are asking you where is the Bukhari and where is Muslims, because they want to stir up adopt about anything. Okay, so you admitted that this is will stir adopt about it. So how you confirm that this is Sahih al-Bukhari, but yet you don't have the book of Sahih al-Bukhari? You know what I mean? They say to us the most authentic books of Islam after the Quran is Sahih al-Bukhari, but not a single person in the world he have the book of al-Bukhari, either the book of Muslim. So what do you have? We don't have it. This is how we deal with many so-called suspicious argument, which are in reality nothing but illusions uttered by some people who are causing us a trouble at this time. This is always compels us to start from the very beginning, establishing the principle of the sounds of rational. Okay, what is the answer? The guy is asking you, do you have the original? The answer, no. What is mentioned in the question, one such example, if what the questioner meant by original copy, suddenly now he do not know what original copy. It is the manuscript that the author wrote in his own hands. Then according to what rational thinking or logic, it can be said that it is essential that the original manuscript be extant in order to accept that particular book is correctly attributed to the author. How many books are in the world since people learned how to write that could not meet rational conditions? So the answer, what? We don't have it. We don't have it. So Islam based on books written supposedly 300 years after Muhammad, but even those books we cannot find them. Have you ever heard of a madness like this? If you remember, there was a debate between a Muslim kid, his name is Mimi, and the guy, his name is David. Mimi said to David, the book of John written more than 60 years after Jesus. 60 years after Jesus. It's rejected by Muslims. They don't have Quran. They don't have Al-Bukhari. And even Al-Bukhari, even the Quran they have today, even that, the recitation is recitation of a guy who came more than 200 years after Muhammad. The Quran, Al-Bukhari, and Sahih Muslim more than 300 years after Muhammad, but still we don't have those books. We don't have them. It's a statement of somebody saying there's a guy, his name is Al-Bukhari, and he wrote a book, but nobody saw the book, nobody hold the book, nobody know the book. And how in the world they say to us, a student of Al-Bukhari or people who heard Al-Bukhari, they copy Al-Bukhari. Well, what students? So to make it simple, Islam is a religion based on nothing. All the stories they have is a fairy tales. And just to show you an example of the stupidity of this belief. And by the way, when I say a stupidity, I'm not here to insult. This is my private opinion, and I'm afraid to express my opinion. If we go in the hadith, those are the books of hadith, as you see. We try to find something useful on the books of Al-Bukhari. Look what we find. One of the wives of Allah apostle joined him in itikaf, and she noticed a blood and yellowish discharge coming from her peep, and she put a dish between her legs. I mean, I have to admit that Sahih al-Bukhari is a book of history. The vagina of the wife of the Prophet entering history now. And now we notice that what happened in such a date, that the vagina of His Majesty wife, she was a dripping yellowish liquid. This is a book of religion. Al-Bukhari, who existed 300 years after Muhammad, the news reached to him the story about the vagina of Muhammad wife 300 years after. People, they're talking about the vagina. Brothers, do you know that once the wife of the Prophet, she have a yellowish coming from her peep, and she put a dish under her peep, and it was a dripping peep. This is what the Muslims was carrying. This is the heritage of Islam, and this is Islam now. And now we write it in a book, and then we read it, and then we learn from it. What we learn from this, that obviously Muhammad wives, they have infection. This is obviously, it is not normal. This is infection. All of them, they are infected. So the Muslim Sunni, they are desperately in love with Al-Bukhari and Sunnah and Sahih Muslim. But we don't have Sahih Muslim, we don't have Al-Bukhari, so they have nothing. And we don't have Quran. So what the Muslims have? What the Muslims exactly have? Nothing. So when a Muslim, he come to you and he speak to you about your Bible is corrupt, first of all, he is attacking his own religion, because according to Muslims, they believe that Allah is the one who sent the Bible. So he is saying to us, we have a God, he's a stupid God, he cannot protect his book is Injil, and it's corrupt. This is how they shoot at themselves. Then they come to you and they said, how you accept the book of John if it's written 60 years after Jesus? but yet they have no books until now of Muhammad, and they have no books until now of Uthman, and they have no books until now of Sahih al-Bukhari, and they have no books until now of Sahih Muslim. So what do you have? What do you have? Nothing. Nothing. And then we go and we search in the books of history, we will find no earlier history report a guy, his name is Muhammad. Nothing. There's no history. Everything in this cult is based on guess. As an example, the Kaaba, this black room, which the Muslims go around it like ants without knowing why. I mean, why? Allah have a house. Why Allah have a house? What is that exactly? Allah has a house, and all of you have to come to my house. Do Allah live there? No. So what do you mean Allah has a house? Abraham, he built this house. If there is any proof? No proof. Who need a proof? Adam was built this house. Is there a proof? Adam, he built the house. Adam, according to Muslims, Allah, he sent him down. Anyone remember where? When first time Adam, he was sent down from heaven according to Islam? Who remember? Anyone want to help me? Where? When Adam landed in the parachute. Sri Lanka. Thank you. Sri Lanka. And this is a clear evidence that Islam routed into Indian. It is coming from the Hindu belief. This is why if you look at those people who they are wearing white, the men, all the men, they are uncovering their shoulders. I don't know if you can notice that in the picture. Let us zoom in a little bit, so maybe you can notice with me how those people, they are uncovering their shoulder. Do you notice? Do you see it? Do you see how the men, their right shoulder is uncovered? So they are wearing no clothes. This is what the Hindus wear. If you go to the Hindu, especially the priest, you will see that this is a Hindu clothes. Adam, for the Muslims, first landed was in India. Did you ask yourself why in India? I mean, why if the Kaaba is the house of Allah, yet Allah, he landed Adam in India? And then the Hindu, they have a black stone. They do. And it is a sexual stone. The same as the black stone was a sexual stone. Anyone knows where Eve was landed? Who remember Eve, where Eve was landed? In Yemen. In Yemen. All right. So look at this. You put the map so you guys can notice with me. Adam, he landed here in Sri Lanka. Eve landed here. Mecca is here. Adam, Allah, he ordered him to do Hajj. So he have to walk over the sea from Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka is an island. He walk over the sea and then he crossed. At that time there's no ships. This is a guy, this is the first man in this earth. So don't tell me he took an airplane, took a Boeing 777. May Allah take you. So When this Adam, he wanted to cross the sea, according to the legends of Islam, which is a belief for them. This is Sri Lanka. How Adam he was able to come to the mainland from Sri Lanka? Adam, he walked over the water, obviously, and then he went all the way to India, and then he have to cross India and go all the way through India, which in the old days India was not there's nothing. It's called Pakistan. Pakistan is a new country occupied by the Muslim Abdul. This is the land of India. There's nothing. It's called Pakistan. So as we see here with us, let us zoom in a little bit. Adam, Allah, he ordered him to do Hajj. So he have to go and travel from here such an idiot trip all the way, going through Iraq, going to Saudi Arabia, going to blah 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 blah, bingo, arrive to Mecca. What is the logic behind this stupidity? And when he arrived to Mecca, he found 40,000 angels waiting for him, and they said to him, Adam, we did Hajj 2,000 years before you. We did Hajj 2,000 years before you. So how the Muslim they say that Allah he ordered Adam to build the Kaaba if the Hajj was there 2,000 years before him? Stupidity. Let it go. And then the Muslims they claim that when the flood of Noah happened, Allah he hided the black stone in the mount of Abu Qubais, which is a small mount close to Mecca. Let us zoom in so we can show you Abu Qubais. It's a small town, small mount. It's not like really a real mountain. It's a, let us see if we can find it in the map. It should be here in the back. Let me find it easier way so you can see a picture. All right, that's better. Now in the pictures we can see it better. This is very small picture. We need something bigger. Hold on, give me a second. All the pictures I got until now, they are kind of small and not really clear. Well, look like we have no choice. We will use this one. So this is the Kaaba. Behind the Kaaba, there's a little mount. It's not a mountain. We cannot call it mountain. It's like a high hill. This is called Abu Qubais. According to the Islamic resource, when Allah he made the flood of Noah, he ordered the mount of Abu Qubais to swallow the black stone which is in the side of the Kaaba. And when the flood of Noah is over, Abu Qubais, he spit out the black stone. And those things happen always in the Middle East, by the way. Yeah, my dad, he used to own many mounts like those. They swallow stones and then they spit them out. True story. So the Muslims always, they have their own legions, and it is religion for them. Islam is not really a religion. It is a bunch of collection of legions of Arab around the Arab people and before them and the Indian. You know, someone might say, you say that Islam roots is from India. India is far away. You are mistaken, my friend. India is so close. India is extremely close. Let us show you. Look how close India is. This is the Arabian Peninsula. Let me show you how close the spot between them. Like now you have something, it's called Arab Emirat, right? But Arab Emirat, this is a new country. This is a new country. Maybe some of you is older than the country itself. Qatar and Emirat is a new country. 50 years ago, there's no Emirat and there's no Qatar. This is all as Arabian Peninsula. Look how close India to the Arabian Peninsula. Do you see how close it is? This is Pakistan today, which is India, and this is the Arabian Peninsula. Do you see how close? Very close. And actually, if you move here to this island, then you can come from here to here too. The land is very close. This is Iran, this is Pakistan, and Pakistan is India. And Iran, by the way, it was not like, it's not what, don't look at countries how they are made today. This is today supposedly, right? This is today. Those countries are not really exist the way they are today. This is Karachi, Pakistan. See how close? Very close. If you go and look how the one they call them Arab, and supposedly I'm an Arab, you will find that those Arab, their look is totally different from each other. But generally speaking, those who live in the Arabian Peninsula, they look exactly like Indian from Pakistan. And we are not exaggerating. Is that an Indian Pakistani guy for you or not? Be honest. The same hair, the same mustache, the same features, the same skin. It is a Pakistani guy. Hmm? Islam is routed or rooted into India. But usually I don't go and talk about this because you know I fight Islam as it is today. And but if we want to go like in deep and details, then we can go and see where is this cult is coming from. First of all, there's a mistake many people think or believe that there is something is called Arab people. There's nothing is called Arab people. Arab are not an ethnic. Arab is a word in Aramaic which mean the desert. So you are an Arab man, you are a desert man, as simple as that. So for the Aramaic, if you are a person who live in Nevada, you are an Arab man. There's nothing called Arab as ethnic. And in the world today, whoever speak Arabic, they call him Arab, which is funny. Now we go back to Islam. They believe there is no Quran, there is no Sahih al-Bukhari, there is no Sahih Muslim. So what the Muslims have? Nothing. Nothing. Now if you are a Muslim sheikh and you like me to call you, please post for me your Skype and I will call you. If there is any Muslim here, he claimed to be a shaky sheikh who he can shake the world with knowledge. Any brave Muslim, he is a knowledgeable person, he there to explain to us what's going on. Anyone? Any Abdul? No Abdul. No problem. So all this article is just to say to us there is no Bukhari. However, brother, Sahih al-Bukhari was heard by 90,000 men. 90,000 men, they heard al-Bukhari. Are you, what a big fat liar. Why? He was talking in YouTube. How a person, he was talking to 90,000 people, how they can even hear him? I mean, look how they try to prove to us that there's a guy, his name is al-Bukhari, and he was real. Brother, Sahih al-Bukhari, brother, was heard by 90,000 men. How that can happen? Al-Bukhari, he have 90,000 people listening and sitting down, and he was finishing recitation of all the books in front of them. A guy, his name is Muhammad al-Buzazi. Sound like a Moroccan. Let us find Muhammad al-Buzazi. Feel free to call me Muhammad al-Buzazi. We send you hi already. This is how you prove to me that al-Bukhari was real. 90,000 people listen to him. Why? You were there too?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, this is a kid. This is stupid. Guys, if somebody wanna call me, check him out. Let him post first in Facebook. Not a kid. This is a stupid kid. Don't send me and somebody wanna call me just because you wanna call me. Let him post in his Facebook. I wanna call a Christian Prince and give you the link. We check who is he, not just a kid wanna talk to me. All right, don't do that. And some they are saying they cannot find my Skype name because I changed it. Even better. I don't want to talk to a bunch of kids. So when somebody want to talk to me, go to your Facebook, post there. I challenge you, Christian Prince. Give us the link for your Facebook. We'll check it out and post your Skype, and I will call you. They have no Bukhari. They have no Bukhari. They have no Sahih Muslim. They have no Quran. They have nothing. Stories is coming from everywhere, from here, from there, collection. Some, if you go in the Quran, you will find the stories coming from where. Zulqarnain, Alexander the Great, became a prophet of Allah. Have you ever heard an idiot like this? Muhammad, he claimed to be a prophet, but yet he made Zulqarnain, who is a bisexual, a prophet of Allah. As simple as that. The Seven Sleepers, it's a fictional story written by a Christian priest about the Christian being discriminated. Muhammad, he took it, he put it in the Quran. The story of Solomon and the flying carpet and the ring of Solomon and the staff of, I mean, all those stories is taken from different religion. The Jews believe that Suleiman, he have a ring, and this is you can find in the stupid books of the Jews. The Jews, they have many stupid books, but they are legions. They are not a holy book. They are legions. Muhammad, he like it, he put it in his Quran. Suleiman was walking in the valley of the ants, and he heard an ant saying to the ants, "Get in before Suleiman he crush you." This is from one from the legion of the Jews. This is a story the Jews did tell us to their children about Suleiman before they go to sleep. Muhammad, he heard it, he liked it, he made it Quran. Zulqarnain, he found the sun sitting in murky water. Muhammad, he liked it, he took it, he put it in the Quran, and that's why he got himself busted. Muhammad is like a guy, you see him maybe in the weekend, or like before you throw your garbage, you will see a guy who is looking for recycle, going around and opening your trash garbage container, looking for some recycle. So Muhammad is the guy who do recycle. He take the story, he put it in his book, and he claimed that this is his own. Zulqarnain, he found where the sun set. Muhammad, now being smart, he copied the story as it is, and he got himself busted. And the Muslims, in order to cover the stupidity of the Quran, they start fabricating stories saying, oh, the prophet, he was not saying the Quran was not saying that he found the sun sitting in murky water. No, 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 no. This is how it appeared to this guy. Don't be a liar. The one is talking here is Allah. This is number one. They will ask thee about Zulqarnain, and imagine Muhammad, he do not even know the name of the guy. He called him Zulqarnain. He called him Zulqarnain. Why do Muslims say that Adam and Eve was cast of heaven when they were created on earth? No, the Muslims don't believe that Adam and Eve created in earth. This is your Christian belief. Don't mix. This is the problem. We as a Christians, you see, Muhammad, he stole names, and you right away in your mind, you think those names mean the same thing. Adam and Eve in Islam, they were not created in earth. Once I debated with the sheikh, he's from Mecca. The idiot, he started laughing at me. He said, well, Adam and Eve, they were created in the heaven, in earth. He said to him, you are a certified donkey with long beard, because now everybody will laugh at you. After we finished the debate, this was in Arabic many years ago. After we finished the debate, the guy, he went and he reported my video, so take it down, because everybody started laughing at him. You are a sheikh, you do not know where Adam and Eve they are created. Adam and Eve in Islam, they were created in heaven, not on earth. All right. The Garden of Eden in Islam is not. You see that even that Muhammad, he copied it from other books. So you will find that Muhammad, he promised the Muslims the Garden of Eden. But what Garden of Eden, idiot? What Garden of Eden? How Garden of Eden is going to be heaven of Islam if Garden of Eden is supposed to be in earth, and the earth will be destroyed? Chapter 9 verse number 72, chapter 13 verse number 23, chapter 16 verse number 31, chapter 18 verse number 31, chapter 19 61 to 20 76, 35 33 38 50 48. I mean, it's all over. What do you mean you will give them the Garden of Edens? Isn't you who says the earth will be demolished? So when you try to study Islam, you will find yourself like in a spinning machine where nothing match and nothing fit. I mean, this is stupid. What Garden of Eden? Isn't it the Quran says is going to be the earth will be destroyed? So the Garden of Eden is going to be in earth. Where is it going to be? And look at the always when somebody is a fool, the more he talk, the more you get him busted. The heaven of Allah, where Allah is located now, where it is located according to Muslims. Who wanna answer me? If there's any Muslim wanna tell me where is the heaven of Allah? If there's any Muslim wanna tell us. What is the heaven of Allah? They say to you, as long as there is no Abdul to answer, maybe they do not know. The heaven of Allah is above the seven heaven in the sky. But look what Muhammad he found in the heaven of Allah. He found in the heaven of Allah the Euphrates River and the Nile River. How Allah in the seven heaven, but yet there is Euphrates and Nile River? Hmm? Sihan and Jihan, Euphrates and Nile, all among the rivers of paradise. Do you see it? I'm not making things up. Muhammad he went to the seven heaven in the top of a flying mule who have no wings. And Muhammad he come to us to make a Discovery Channel program. He went in an adventure and he came back to us with discovery that Sihan and Jihan and Euphrates and the Nile River are in the heaven of Allah. Where they are coming from, who remember? Anyone remember? Where those rivers are coming from? Nobody remember? Let us see who of you is doing yeah, from Jannah. We know from Jannah, heaven. Yeah, we know that. But where they're coming from? Where the spring of waters of those rivers coming from? Who remember? From under the tree. From under the tree. In the heaven of Allah, there is a tree. The tree, you can walk underneath of it for 100 years. And next to that tree, and that tree, by the way, is like the airport. It's like what? An airport. So if you go to heaven, how many of you uh, watch Alice in the Wonderland? Anyone watch it? It's like for kids, but it's perfectly for Islam. There's a tree. It's called, or let us say the location of it is Sudrat al-Muntaha. It's where, that's it. This is the borders with Allah. And there's a tree there where everyone who will go to heaven, he have to come from the roots of that tree. Let me see if I can find you some reference. Yeah, you see, here we go. Look, when Muhammad he went to heaven, where his journey ended, Sudrat al-Muntaha. This is the airport of Allah. It is the root of that tree. And here you will see that when the Messenger of Allah was taken to the night journey, he came to Surat al-Muntaha. Let us highlight, which is in the sixth heaven. That's it. In the seventh heaven is Allah. That's it. You cannot go farther. You know, even the angels cannot go farther. That is where everything that comes up and from below ends, and where everything that comes down from above until it is taken from it. When When what covered the lotus tree? Anyone understand thing? Me myself, I don't understand thing. I mean, this is stupid. And what does that mean? Just let it go. So there's a tree there, and this is exactly where Muhammad he come from. So to make it simple, let us make a drawing. You know, I'm very good in art, as you know. I think all of you have to admit. Uh, are you a Muslim? The one is calling me. Why you are calling me? Are you a Muslim? No, don't call me if you are not a Muslim. I will block you, please. Don't call me unless you are a Muslim. And you have to be Muslim, like not just a Muslim. You have to be a Muslim who knows. Now look at this. This is the tree. It's a huge tree, big tree, big. 100 years you can walk underneath of it. Big, brother, big. So this is like a 100 year you go. Now here under the roots of the tree, there is 4 rivers. And they are Sihan and Jihan and the Nile River. When somebody go to the heaven of Allah, he go from under the roots. Like here, there's like an open hole. And this is where you go from earth. You go up, you go up, you go up, and bingo, you are here. You are in the heaven. So you arrive in Sidratul Muntaha, and you are under the lotus tree, and this is where all the prophets of Allah they do land. Now this tree have leaves bigger than the ears of elephants, and they are made of gold, and some they say silver. Let us see if we can find some reference just to ignite your imagination, so you can have a nice fiction dream when you go to bed. Uh, let us see. Let us see if we can describe for you. Look at this. As an example, I heard the Messenger of Allah, SAWS. This is like, you know, like a captain, Captain Hawk, while mentioning the lotus tree of the utmost boundary, saying, a rider will travel in the shade of one, or this like the shade of one branch, for 100 years. Do you see it? So this is a very big tree, very big, huge, brother, very big. 100 years you go under one branch, not the whole tree, just a branch. And by the way, this is a true story. My grandfather, he used to have a tree. You walk underneath of it for 300 years, just under the branch too. Okay. And then you travel in the shade of one of the branches for 100 years, or 100 rides. They are not sure 100 years of year. We will seek the shade themselves, which the shade of in narrators Yahya was adopt about the butterfly of those of this tree. It was made from gold, like it's have a fruit like a butterfly, and it is made of gold. Another hadith. While I was traveling through the paradise, a river appeared before me, whose banks had a tint of pearls, I said to the angel, what is this? He said, this is our Kawthar, which is Allah mentioned in the Quran. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the Kawthar, which is about the penis of Muhammad, which Allah has granted you. You remember the guy, he said to Muhammad, your penis is not working, you cannot have kids. So Allah, he made a verse for him saying, it's your penis that don't work. What a cult. Then he says, then he put his hand on the clay and removed the musk from it. I was raised to Sidrat al-Muntaha and I saw a magnificent light at it. No comment. What is that light? You don't ask the Muslims. If you ask the Muslim what is that light, they do not know. Just shut up. If there's any Muslim can tell us the light he saw in the tree is what? This is the tree. All right. It was narrated blah 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 that when that which covered the lot tree, Al-Quran IE 16, he the narrator says it was a gold mouth. He the narrator further said the messenger of Allah was given three things. He was given 5 prayer. B was given concluding verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Where is the rest of the 5? Look here, it says he was given 3 players, but he was given 5 prayer. Which one of them? Anyway, he was given the 5 prayers, and he was given the closing of the Quran, which is another story. Hold on. Here, this hadith, by the way, is important. If a Muslim, he will say to you that ever Muhammad he met with his God. This hadith confirmed that Muhammad he never met with his God. Let me pause the hadith for you, so if you want to save it. Muhammad he saw only Jibreel. They asked Aisha if Muhammad he saw his Lord, if he saw Allah. She said, you have said something that's make my hair stand on end. I said, take it easy. Then I recited, indeed he saw the great signs of his Lord. So she said, what do you mean by that? He said, by that I mean Jibreel. Whenever informed you that Muhammad he saw his Lord, that he is lying, he is saying something not true. But he saw the angel Jibreel twice. Once with the 600 wings. Whoever says that to you that he saw Allah, he is fabricating that, and then he has fabricated the worst lie. Rather he saw Jibreel, but he did not see him in real image except 2 times. 1 time in Sidrat al-Muntaha and 1 time in the Jade, when he came in the horizon. So Muhammad he saw Jibreel only twice, supposedly in his real image. Somebody saying that this is a da'if grade. Abdul, da'if grade mean it's accepted, in case you do not know. When a Muslim he says to you da'if grade, da'if it's mean it's accepted, it's good. You know, the Muslims are, by the way, it's like a bunch of kids. They learn the word da'if. They think when you say da'if it's bad. No, da'if it's not bad. Da'if is accepted. This is why it's called da'if. It's mean it has a rank, which means it cannot be proven to be 1,000,000% correct and cannot be disapproved too. This is why it's called da'if. It's not rejected. There's a video made by Sheikh Hamza. He explained to you what da'if mean, and he said to the Abdul, to the stupid Abdul, he said to them, the one who says da'if hadith, this is a weak argument. Da'if hadith did not funk. It pass. It pass. It did not funk. It pass. So anything you say to the Muslim, they say to you da'if. I agree, Islam is da'if. Islam is weak. So what do you mean? You Muslims are lying about your prophet, and you write this in your book, and you say the prophet says no, but the prophet never says no. Thank you very much. This is why I am saying that all of your Islamic resource is a garbage. And the proof is you Muslims. You are the first one who deny what is written in your books, which is the only source you have about Islam. The only source about Islam, the Muslim, they say to you, Daif. We don't like it. So what do you have? Nothing. You have nothing. Let me show you something not daif. Is that okay if I show you something not daif? Brother, something not daif. Let us see what you will say. Brother, the prophet said that the sun set in the murky water. Not daif. What we will do now? What we will do now? The sun set in murky water, brother. Hello? Do you agree with your prophet that the sun swim every day in the murky water? This is not daif. What do you say, brother? Or what about this hadith, brother? Let us go to this hadith. Brother, is this one daif, brother? Hello? Your prophet is the genius doctor. Now we know what happened in the bedroom of your father and my father. If you are a boy, obviously your father have orgasm first. If you are a girl, obviously your mother, she have an orgasm first. Brother, this is not da'if. What we will do now? Say da'if, say da'if. Well, the da'if here is your prophet. Your prophet, he need to go to school. He's fabricating lies, but none of them is working. It is not orgasm, guys. It's not orgasm. The Muslim Abdul saying this is not orgasm. Look look at this. I mean, look at the Muslims trying to defend Muhammad. Look, the messenger of Allah said, the man water is thick and white. What is that water? Where is the water which make babies? Let us make an options. Is the one come from your nose when you have cold? Is that the one who come from your mouth when you want to spit? Or this is the one when you come from your penis? Abdul, pick up an answer, please. Abdul, you just said this is not orgasm, brother. So what it is, brother? Is that the liquid come from your nose, brother? Or this is the liquid come from your mouth when you spit, brother? Or this is a liquid come from your private part, brother, when you have orgasm, brother? I'm trying to learn from you, brother. So Muhammad is a genius. He is the one who knows how the baby is made, and he is right. What you want to say? You want to say da'if? Say da'if. Come on, man. Trust me, in a few years from now, this website will take the sahih and they will put da'if. Just wait. Hmm? Or what about the sperm, brother? How long the sperm live inside the woman? Muhammad is the one who have knowledge. We learn from Muhammad, Dr. Muhammad. According to Muhammad, brother, the sperm stay inside the women alive, having fun, going from parking to parking spot for 50 days. But look here, Muhammad is very honest. Look, 40 or 50 days, he is not really sure. I mean, it depend in the father. 50 days sperm inside the women, where she is going to Hawaii. The sperm is in the beach now. According to science, the maximum days of a sperm to live is 5 days. Your Muhammad just added 1 0. I mean, he's almost close. Guys, imagine if Muhammad, he says the sperm stay alive in the women for 5 days. The Muslims, they will make a movie about this scientific discovery. Look, the Muslim is worried about how old are you. He is not worried about how old the sperm of his prophet is. He is worried about how old are you, CB. ZB, how old are you, ZB? He is not worried about the disasters we see from his false prophet. He is worried about how old are you, ZB? Hmm. 50 days? Now, is that da'if, brother? No, brother. This is Sahih Muslim, brother. This is not da'if. What we will do now? Don't change topic, Road. Don't change the topic. And no, the Catholic Church did not create Islam. The Catholic Church, they are the first to fight Islam. That's a lie. But don't change my topic. Anyone will post something out of my topic, we will put you out for a sleep. Any Abdul? Brother, according to your prophet, the final shape is male or female, brother. The last thing, brother, in the creation. But according to science, your gender is determined right away when the sperm get in the egg. According to your prophet, the last thing is male or female, brother. And then according to your prophet, the drop of semen will turn into a dead blood. Have you ever heard of a semen turn into a dead blood, a clot? Any Abdul? What is that? What? Hello? Wisdom. They ask thee about Zulkarnain. You see, a Jewish guy, he asked Muhammad, hey Muhammad, Habibi Muhammad, tell us about Zulkarnain, Muhammad. Muhammad, he went home. If I don't answer them, they will say his God is not real. I have to give them an answer. And then Muhammad, he got the answer. There's many stories about Zulkarnain. Anyone knows why he's called the man with the two horns according to Islam? Anyone knows? Zulqarnain, which means the man with the two horn. Zu in Arabic mean like the one who have something. Al-Qurnain is the two horn. So imagine Allah, he don't even know the name of the guy. He called him by the guy with the two horn. Why? He was a cow. Who is this guy? The guy with the two horn. Is he a cow? Is he an ox? You call him the guy with the two horn. He don't have a name. Anyway, let it go. According to Muslims, brother, the man with the two horn, which is Zulqarnain, he was given that name because of the following. He came to his people and he invited them to say Shahada. They did beat him in his head with the hammer. Boing! And he got the first horn and he died. Allah, brother, resurrected him from death. And he sent him back to his people again. And then they did hit him in his head for the second time. Boing! And this is how he got the second horn. And obviously the story is a true story. Think about it. Don't you see cartoon? They hit you in your head in the cartoon and right away there's something coming in your head. Here we go. True story. And this is how he got the name, the guy with the two horn. He have two boing, boing, boing. Now he have two boings in his head. Why is scholars Muslims only allowed to talk? Who is holding you from talking? Talk. Aren't you? I mean, people are weird. So they are asking you about Zulkarnain. I will tell you some information about him. Lou, we have made him strong. Allah, he made Alexander the Great strong. Even the victory of Zulkarnain is from Allah. He's a prophet of Allah. And we gave him everything a road. What does that mean? We open roads for him. And he followed the road, which means Allah, he guide him to go in that direction. Till brother, till when he reached the sitting place of the sun. Here the Muslim, they start lying to you and says, oh, here he found the sun sitting in murky water. This is how it appeared to him. Read carefully. It is the one is talking still is Allah, not Zulqarnain. Till when he reached the sitting place of the sun. It's not the guy with the two horns saying till I reach. It is Allah talking. Till when he reached the sitting place of the sun. So Allah claimed that there is a place where the sun set. Isn't it obvious, guys? Isn't it obvious? And he is reporting where he found that. And not only that, he found it sitting in murky water, and he found next to it people saying living there. So the Muslims, in order to cover this disaster, they say, oh brother, this is reporting that how things appear to Zulqarnain, brother, but this is not Zulqarnain talking. It is Allah talking. And here you notice how you can explain to me where it says, and till what? Till he reach sitting place of the sun. How you can reach that? Who is the one who's talking? Allah. I do not need to go anywhere to find the sun sitting place. The sun sit in my place, next to my window. So isn't it obvious that this guy who made this book is an idiot? And then when the Muslims, they try to defend by the help of our Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, he get the Abdul busted. If you go and see how many articles the Muslims they made to explain to you, no, the brother, the sun does not set in murky water. The Quran doesn't say that, brother. It was how it appeared to the Gurkainini, brother. It looked like this is how it appeared to your prophet. Do you see it, brother? And look here, guys. Muhammad is like he cannot keep his mouth shut. He is like, I am smart and I know it. Like, you know the song, like I'm sexy and I know it. Muhammad, he cannot, like, he feel that he is the smartest between his people because now he have the guidance of Allah. He want to explain the Quran to them. They are idiot. I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah. Look how romantic. I mean, look at this. In front of you, you are in the top of a donkey, and in front of you, the Prophet of Allah himself, the walking, talking library of Allah, Dr. Muhammad himself. I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah. Why even I'm using blue? In this case, we cannot use blue. Haram. We have to use red. I mean, what's wrong with you? You use blue with the Prophet? Red, brother. He like red. Even they accuse him of stealing red underwear. I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. What a romantic story. I was expecting after that, the Prophet, he says to the guy, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you? And the guy, he was saying to him, yes, I do. For I sure I do. I love you. All of us, we love you, Prophet. But look at this. The Prophet, he asked unexpected question. This is how the Prophet, he surprised you always. He is unexpected guy. He is full of surprises and adventures. He asked, do you know where this set? The guy behind the Prophet, his head now is spinning, trying to answer, and then he gave up as usual. I replied, Allah and his apostles knows best. Like here, the guy, he admit, I mean, come on, who am I, Prophet, to teach you? Hello? You and Allah knows best. You speak for Allah, and for sure you and Allah, they are partner in knowledge. He said, and now the wisdom is coming. Are you ready? He said, it's set in a spring of warm water. Hamia. Mean. Now I got a boing in my head. Boing. Here you see the impact of knowledge, the impact of a prophethood, the impact of a prophet who knows what nobody knows. And then the Muslims, they made articles saying, hey brother, the Quran does not say the sunset in murky water, brother. It was how it appeared to the guy, brother. Any Muslim have an objection? Any sheikh, he dare to call me. Who is here a Muslim sheikh? He have the courage and the knowledge. If you are a Muslim sheikh, post in your Facebook page, please. I am sheikh. For sure, we will see your page. You know, we will recognize you right away, and I will be honored to call you. And let us have a hot Hamia water debate. Don't you want to have a hot Hamia water debate? Hamia mean hot. Hello? It's me you're looking for. You're listening to me as never before. For sure, I want to convert to Islam today and even before. Hello? Who can help us to understand how the Prophet approved one night stand to have sex with the women for the sake of money? Hello? I mean, Islam is fantastic. I'm really convinced. Science, love, harmony, brother. There's a guy, he made a video. I don't know if you heard of it. He is teaching the people how to beat his wife, and he is saying to them, brother, this is the correct way to beat your wife. I cannot wait to get married to practice it, brother. I cannot wait. This is how you beat your wife? Oh boy. Oh. So do we have any scholar would like to debate us, please? Hmm? Now, the prophet, his knowledge about astronomy, and I mean, it's beyond imagination. You know, as an example, why the birds are not fitting down in the ground? Anyone knows why the bird they can fly? Anyone knows? Allah, he hold them up. Absolutely. Chapter 16, verse number 79, chapter 67, verse 19. Nothing holding the birds from falling down except because of Allah is holding them. This is true. And this is what happened exactly with 737, the one who failed and crashes. And brother, many people die because Allah did not hold it up. Allah hold all airplane except that one. Muhammad now is teaching you physics, science. What is holding the birds from falling down? Allah. It's Allah is holding the birds. Okay, what about the F-35 and the F-16? Who is holding it? Allah. Allah. What do you do if I live 1400 years ago? Brother, I will join the company of the prophet so we can get the blonde girls, brother. Do you remember when the prophet he says attack the Romans so we can get the blonde girls? Hello, brother. We will attack the Roman, brother, so we can get the blonde girls. Any Muslim have anything to say? Anyone? Who is a Muslim? He have an objection. We have 1,000 people watching, and yet we have only 590 dislike and 24 dislike. I'm really disappointed. Muslims, I mean, are you saying you don't dislike my videos? Are you insulting me? Please, Muslims, give it dislike. I mean, make me feel better. For the sake of the shin of Allah. Have you ever heard of a God he have a shin? Why? And Allah in the judgment day is going to expose his shin. What is it? What is scaring the hell of me is his shin. What if he left up the skirt up more and we saw something more? Allah has a shin. Please, Muslims, I mean, come on. 24 dislike only. I'm not complaining about the Christian don't give a like, because Christian don't give like anyway. Christians are here for party. It's a comedy, stand-alone show. But for me, it's not. For me, it's a mission. We save people here. There's tons of people, they will leave this cult when they watch my videos, guaranteed. Any Abdul? Yeah, sure, you can dislike it. It's a freedom of speech, brother. Actually, if you are a Muslim and you want to get reward, do this. Give my video like and then dislike, and this is how Allah will double your reward. because by liking it you convert to Christianity, and by disliking you left Christianity, and that Allah will do. This is the best way to like earn more money. You lose one coin, but then you gain two. I'm just telling you a trick. I can show you the hadith, by the way. All is based on the hadith. Don't you know the Muslim who threatened me that he is going to burn all my books? And since that day, I'm waiting for it. He said, I swear by Allah, Christian Prince, I will buy all your books and burn them. And since then, I remember no one except Bernie Sanders. I say, burn me, brother, burn me. And I don't know, like he's not. I was saying to myself, okay, tomorrow I will wake up and I will find like a 10 million order in Amazon, and the Muslims will burn my book. And then I went to YouTube to see Muslims burning my book. I found only Bernie Sanders saying we have to stop waging war and drugs. I mean, have you ever heard of stupid people like this? This guy, he want to stop war and drugs. He want everybody in America to be high. Hi, what's your name? Hi, what's your name? Hi, I'm high. We are American following Bernie Sanders. We are high. Welcome to America. You feel like you're in Afghanistan. Everybody is high. Any Abdul? Okay, let us do this. Who is a Muslim willing to give us a question, even in text, if you are not able to give it to me by voice? By the way, you can leave a voice message for me in Skype. Any Muslim have something to say? Who is a Muslim want to give us something to refute? Any Muslim? Who want to give me something? Answer me cowardly. Why are you blocking we Muslims? Are you scared? If if we are blocking you, how you can text, you idiot? I mean, look at, brother, why you are blocking the Muslims? Are you scared? Aren't you a Muslim? And you are typing since 2 hours, and you keep calling me names. Hello? You keep calling me coward, you keep calling me names, and I did not block you. So why you are lying, brother? Why you are blocking us? Huh? Where you are blocking us? Allah is blocking you. Look what the Quran says. It's not me who blocked you, it's Allah blocked you. Let me show you the verse. Shall we? Here we go. It is not me who slay you, it was Allah who slay them. It is not you who throw, it was Allah who throw at them. Do you see it? Everything, brother, in the hand of Allah. If you ever being blocked, brother, oh, you don't see the screen? Allah block it. Here we go. It's not me, brother, it is Allah. Any Abdul? Who is a Muslim have a good argument? Who is a Muslim? He have something. I mean, look, you know, we showed in less than 2 hours tons of lies from Muhammad, and obviously they are lies. You cannot deny them. But can we find something truthful in Muhammad teaching? Can we find one true story in Muhammad teaching? There's Abdul asking me for a Skype ID. No, he posts in his Skype, and he can post the link for us here. He can post his Skype name. We check it out. We see that the challenge for me, and I will contact him. Post in your Skype, Abdul. You post in your Skype. All right. You post in your Skype. and everybody knows my Skype. You can post in my Skype. Post in my Skype if you want. Hmm? Christian Prince, I challenge you. I am Sheikh Shakuka, and this is my Skype, and I will call you. We just want to verify that you are a person who is not a kid. Somebody he can claim knowledge, like a beard, and grow a beard before you text me. The bigger your beard, the more you are welcome. Once you promise to explain Quran chapter 68 verse number 13. Sure, we can do that. But brother, don't you know that nobody can explain the Quran save Allah? The Quran, Allah says that. Have you ever heard of a God? He says nobody understand his book save Allah, save him. So why you send the book? I mean, I cannot really understand this madness in this religion. Why you send us a book where nobody understand it save you? What about you keep it for yourself? All right. The person who asked me to explain chapter 68, what verse you wanted? What verse you wanted? 13. 13. Okay. Why you want to explain this one? This one will drive the Muslim Abdullah crazy. I mean, this is not even fair. هماز مشاء بنميم مناع الخير معتد أثيم عتل بعد ذلك ذنيم. I mean, that's me. Brother, if I explain to you this verse, do you promise me you will not hit your head in the wall? Do you promise me you will not do harm yourself? Who is a Muslim is willing to explain this verse to this gentleman there? He's asking about your prophet, saying something here. Greedy, they're wild, intrusive. What do you think, Muslims? Simply, supposedly, this verse here, or all those verses, Allah saying to Muhammad, don't obey those who they are saying to you, you are a liar. And here you ask yourself, why even Muhammad making such a verse saying that Allah said to him, don't obey those who they are saying to him, you are a liar. They want you to compromise, and they will compromise. Neither obey those who you know, make oath like I will do this and I will do that if you do this. You know, so here what you see that Muhammad saying that Allah told me not to obey and not to follow and not to accept and not to compromise. The bad person, the one who cheap, the one who don't give, the one you know, let us say who insult me, the one who says to me that you are a liar, all of those. And you know, like the story about the verse you are talking about, there's a guy, his name is Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira. And suddenly his name appeared in the Quran. A person who is supposedly he is very tough, he is very hard, he is obviously rejecting Muhammad. But later we find that this Ibn al-Mughira, you know, as I know, he accepted Islam, as some Muslims they say. If you remember the story where Muhammad he bowed down to the idols, he bowed down to the three daughters of Allah. Everybody bowed down except Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira. And look like Muhammad, he have a pain from this guy. So when everybody bowed down, Ibn al-Mughira, he did not bow down because he is not supposedly worshipping the three daughters of Allah, but because supposedly he could not bow down. So he grabbed some sand or something and he put it in his forehead. But The Muslims, when they explain this verse, you will find that every chapter, every interpretation is given different meaning. And to be honest with you, I do not know which one to for me to quote for you. If you go to Ibn Kathir, it's different from Al-Jalalain, it's different from Al-Tabari, it's different from everybody. But this one confirmed to us one clear thing, that Muhammad is a false prophet, because he predicted that this person will be a bad person for him. And according to many, this person later he became a Muslim. Because here it says that he is a kafir who is really, as it says there, intrusive, like he is very evil in a kafir. You know. But anyway, the Muslims themselves don't agree about anything. And that's why I said, if I want to explain to you this verse, how I can explain it to you if the Muslims themselves, they do not know what this verse is about. Well, I hope you are not disappointed with my statement, because I don't know really what to say. You can go open Ibn Kathir and then open Al-Jalalain and then open Al-Qurtubi and Al-Tabari, and you will find they come to this agreement about what this verse means. Everybody has his own. They do not know. And this is additional proof that Islam is a stupid religion, because the Quran supposedly is explained by Allah. So if the Quran is explained by Allah, why the Muslim cannot explain the Quran? You know what I mean? What about we ask the Muslims here to explain this verse for us? This verse talking about who? Muslims. And here you will notice that since the beginning of Islam, Muhammad, he was suffering from a problem. They keep saying to him, this is nothing but the fabulous of old men. And then if you go to verse number 16 and verse number 16, it says something funny. Allah will put a tattoo in his nose. I mean, isn't it, this is funny? Allah will brand this person in his nose. What is that? And then the verse after it, suddenly he jumped and he says, Lo, have we tried? We have tried them as we tried the owner of the garden. Okay, but this it doesn't say garden, it says Jannah, the heaven. Who are they, the owner of the garden? Nobody knows. Allah, he destroyed their garden when while they were asleep. When they wake up, they found it like ashes. Who are those people? We do not know. What this is about? No, we do not know. Look at the story. I mean, read the story. Very silly, very stupid. What garden? Who are those people? What is this? Where this heaven is located? Is that Adam and Eve? No, it cannot be Adam and Eve, because those, it says Ashabul, the people of the garden, which mean many people. Who are they? The only story we knew about people live in heaven is Adam and Eve. It was only two people. Here it says they went off. They went off, not two, not three, many. In Arabic it says fantalaqu. So if you ask me to explain something in the Quran, my friend, this is the most stupid book ever, and Muslims themselves, they suffer badly to trying to explain it. This is why the Muslims, when they explain the Quran, they say the scholars agree about not to agree about the meaning of this verse. The scholars agree about not to agree. This is the only agreement the Muslims they have. We agree about not to agree about the meaning of this verse. So you're asking me for a mission impossible. And look here, he says to them, do you have a scriptures wherein you learn? Huh? Do you have a book? Huh? Do you have a book? Okay, what if they are Christian? They will say, yes, we have a book. Oh boy. And if you read in the beginning of the chapter, you will see how funny the chapter. Do you remember, we just 2 days ago, we read, actually yesterday, right? Is it yesterday? Two broadcast ago, we spoke about the chapter Noon. Anyone remember what Noon is? Who remember what noon? I mean, I want to show you some science, but I'm afraid that you Muslim, you people might convert to Islam if you see the science of Allah. The Muslim website is not opening. Hmm. And from his narration in the authority of Ibn Abbas, that said regarding the interpretation of Allah noon, noon he says Allah he swear by noon, which is the whale that carry the earth on its back in the water, and beneath it which is a bowl, and under the bowl there's a rock. Actually, by the way, yesterday I was watching a video on YouTube about a guy who was doing diving, and honest to Allah, I swear by Allah Shin, I saw the bowl there. You believe me, brother, or you don't believe me? It's your choice, brother. I swear by Allah Shin, I saw the bull who was carrying the whale. I saw a whale in the water, and underneath there is a bull, and in the top of the whale there was the earth. True story. Okay, so what we discover now that Allah he swear by noon, and noon is a whale which carry the earth on its back. I'm so glad that the whale is carrying the earth on its back, not between its balls. Otherwise, we will smell like shit. Excuse my language. It carry it in its back. What if we carry it under his tail? Then the ball will do bullshit on us. So we are lucky that the ball is carrying the whale in the top of him, not underneath, and the bull will come. So, brother, here you learn, brother, a lot of knowledge. If we ask Zakir Naik about this story, Zakir Naik he will like because he's a doctor. Zakir Naik he have knowledge. But etc. There's the person, his name is the Christian Prince, and he always make fun of the Prophet. First of all, that guy is ignorant. It's proven according to science. And there is a scientist from Japan, his name Yama Idullah Yama. He approved it, and he discovered that really the whale would carry in the earth, and he carried it in the top of him. As an example, my name is Dr. Naik. Anyone know why my name is Dr. Naik? Because simply my mom gave birth to me in the top of the whale. The whale was swimming in a big bowl, and the bowl was in the ocean. And then my mom she dropped me, and I found that there's 4,000 cracks in the ocean. Science, brother, science. So under the whale there's a bowl, and under the rock, and look, and under the bowl there's a rock. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that there is a rock under the bowl. Otherwise the bowl will be flying in the space, or he will be swimming maybe. And under the rock there's a dust, and none knows what is under the dust save Allah. It's like this is like 4,000 miles down the ocean. This is why we Muslim scholars, our knowledge stopped here. Thank you. Don't tell us, don't ask us anymore. That's it. After this point, we have no knowledge, brother. Our knowledge stop here with the 4,000 cracks in the ocean. 4,000 cracks in the ocean? I think you have 4,000 cracks in your head. Thank you for for those who make donation. God bless. We appreciate you. And then the name of the whale is Lowish Farrakhan, and it said its name is Lotaya, and the name of the bull Behemoth, and some they say the name of it is Telahut or Liwana. The whale is in the sea, is called Adwad. It's like a small ball in a huge sea. The sea is in the Hollywood Rock, whereby there is 4,000 cracks. And here, notice with me, it's 4,000 cracks. I mean, look how much they are into details. Like, I mean, 4,000. It's not like 3,099 or 999. No, no, no. 4,000 cracks. Isn't it obvious that this is science? And from each crack, brother, water spring come out. Ahmed, Ahmed, are you talking to me? You are saying to me, are you believing yourself? Is Ahmed is a Muslim or what? I don't know. Who is a Muslim in the chat? Who is a Muslim in the chat? Don't send me files. Don't send me links in Skype. I don't open them. You can text me. Only if you are a Muslim. If not, please don't do that. If you are a Muslim and you have answers, feel free. And you have to be like an adult, not a kid. Hmm? Hello from Macedonia. How are you, my friend Martin? Good for you to see to be in Macedonia. I want to go to Macedonia. I want to go in the Macedonia so I can study the life of Alexander the Great, who found where the sun set in the murky water, as the Quran says, brother. Allah always have knowledge, brother. He is the one who found where the sun set. Nobody before him, he found that. A brother from Macedonia. Do the ants in Macedonia talk? Have you ever heard of an ant saying, hide, otherwise a Christian prince will crush you? Let me show you, brother. Because now you will feel jealous because Middle Eastern ants, they talk. Not like European ants. I feel sorry for you. Chapter 27, verse number 18. And when reach the valley of ants, an ant said, hide, otherwise Suleiman will crush you. Brother, according to science, brother, they discovered that ants they talk. Hey, Abdul, do you know that ants are deaf and mute? Ants are deaf and mute. They don't talk. In the Quran, it says here, he was amazed with her speech. In the Quran, it says that the ant she said, and Suleiman he heard her. It was a speech. But according to science, brother, ants don't talk. They communicate. All creatures they communicate. Yeah, I mean obviously, insects, all animals they communicate, but they don't talk. They are mute and they are deaf. They have no hearing. Suleiman, the only way for him to know what the ant is saying is to have the language, to know the language of the ants, and to hear the ant. As you see here, he said, so he smiled, amused at her speech. Wajahat Ali, he's a Muslim. Okay, Wajahat, he's a welcome. If there's anything you want to say to us, Wajahat? Any Muslim? How Suleiman? And by the way, how the ant she knew the name of Suleiman? As you see here, it says the ant she said to the ant, hide, otherwise Solomon will crush you. How she knew his name? How the ant she knew the name of the king? Any Muslim have an idea? So guys, when you go in the park and there's ants in between the grass, you don't see them, by the way, but obviously they are saying your name. Hey, hide, hide, because Heidi, she is going to crush you. Hey, hide, hide, because James is going to step on you. They knew our names. You can't hide your name from the ants. You walk in the park, the ants, they knew your name. They will report you to the police. Your name, your ID, your everything. You walk, the ants, you will say, like let's say your name is Heidi. So hide from Heidi. Don't ask them how they knew the name of Heidi. They knew it. They are smart. They are ants. That's why we call them ants. And the Muslims made articles saying that the word ant, namla, is a female ant. And according to science, they discovered that the word that only female ants is the one who do warning. Allahu Akbar, science, brother, science. Abdul, in Arabic, we don't have male ants. We call all ants namla. Hello? I mean, look how they lie. In Arabic, we call all ants namla. Any single ant, we call it namla. And that doesn't matter if it's a male or female. The word is a female, not the gender. Anyone? By the way, I'm thinking to change my Skype account because this account explode. I have like 10,000, 20,000 in it. I mean, I cannot even I cannot find anything. So I might change it soon, get a new account to use it. If you are a Christian, don't just text somebody he claimed to be Christian Prince, okay? If he don't speak to you by voice, there's no guarantee it is me. Anyone can make an account, he call it debate TV, or don't fool yourself. All right, don't trust anyone. Do we have any Muslim? I am sound tired. What you can do if you have 4 wives and 4 mother-in-law? Put yourself in my shoe. First time I learned this, put yourself in my shoe. What does that mean? Do we go inside the shoe? I mean, English is really funny. This is why I like Quran more. Quran is make more sense. Here we go. The ant, she saw the ant. She told them, ants, hide, otherwise Solomon is going to crush you. Very clear. Not like English, put myself in my shoe. I mean, this is crazy. And by the way, in case you do not know, Shakespeare, he is an Arab, and his real name is Sheikh Isber. This is what Al-Qazafi he said. Even Shakespeare is an Arab. His name is Sheikh Isber. What do you want more? Any Abdul? Yeah, Al-Qazafi, he said that. I'm not kidding. Al-Qazafi, he was making a speech in the front of the conference, and he says, the Western, they stole everything from us. As an example, democracy. Democracy is an Arabian word, mean democracy, which means bring the chairs. Here we go. Democracy, it came from the Arab. We are the people of democracy. Absolutely. If you don't vote for me, I kill you. I mean, are you kidding me? We are the one who founded democracy. Before us, nobody know what democracy is about. If you don't accept the prophet, he hang you, he crucify you, he cut your feet, and democracy, it's your freedom of speech. We have a freedom of speech always, we are Arab. You can go right now to any Arabic country or Islamic country, say anything you want, anything, just for 2 seconds. After that, you will become shish kebab. Democracy. Do you remember when they went in England and they have a sign, it says Islam mean peace, we behead anyone insult the prophet. Behead anyone insult the prophet. Islam is peace, behead anyone insult the prophet. Welcome to the heaven of Abdul. All right. Anyone? How many of you subscribe to our channel today? If you are here first time, I advise you not to subscribe because you will become addicted. Don't. Don't subscribe. You will become addicted. And then you will keep coming. And then you will start laughing. And then if you laugh, you gain weight. And I'm sure most of you, especially ladies, they are trying to fight weight. Here you will gain weight because you will laugh. Any Abdul? Hmm? Once I was doing a seminar in the church. Now the guy, the minister in the church, he wanna prepare those Christians to what it's coming. So he said, I have to introduce you first, okay? Okay. And then he took the microphone, he started saying to them, our brother here is different from normal Christians like the one you hear them. So he might say things which you are not like he wanna like he introducing them for the shocking what is coming, like, you know, this is different. 5 minute, 10 minute, he is explaining. You can tell the guy is saying we are going to open a bomb box in the front of you. And he says to them, this is like, it's not an average normal ministry talk, something we used to. And you know, and I was saying to myself, what this guy is doing? Oh my God. I mean, come on, just give me the microphone, man. They will see right away what will happen. You know, just let it happen. And then he gave me the microphone. And we have almost, supposedly they will give me the microphone for like, I think it was supposedly 20 minute, 30 minute maximum. And then they will not let me go down from the stage. People, they are dying from laughing. People, they sweat. People are crying. People, they cannot believe it. You know, in one of the seminars, there's a guy, he is big and he laughs so hard. And you know, in the church, they have the plastic chairs. So he fell down and he could not hold himself. So he opened his hands to hold himself from falling. When he opened his hand, he pushed all the chairs with him and they fell down. Oh, what a comedy. This is why, brother, Islam is the best. There was a guy, he was a principal of a school. They told me that this guy, they told him Islam is wonderful and he is thinking to convert to Islam. So they invited him and they told me when he come, like one of them, he said, when he come, I will stand behind him to tell you that this is him. So I said, okay. Then I start talking about Islam and I showed things which is specifically because he care for science. So he put his hand up and he says, so you are saying this is really Islam? I said, my friend, I'm showing you the Islamic website, the Islamic reference, and even we played for you videos. I played for them videos made by Muslims. So what do you mean this is Islam? For sure this is Islam. But he said, but this is not what they told me. I said, this is the point. I'm here to tell you what they will not tell you. People, they can convert to Islam if they do not know what Islam, which means those who convert to Islam is people who is the last one to know what Islam is about. There's no way a person who knows what Islam is about and he will accept to convert to Islam for a second. Converting people to Islam is based on the game of deception. They deceive you, they lie to you, and then you became a victim. And this is why after 2 or 3 years of converting, most of those who convert, they leave. Because they found that this is not really what they told them in the beginning. And you know, many people who they are naive, they do not know really the nature of Islam. Nature of Islam is an evil cult. They are allowed to lie. So you assume that a person who is inviting you to his religion, he must be decent. He is just being honest about his religion. They are allowed to lie. They are allowed to lie in every way, in every mean. If you go to chapter 3, verse number 28, as an example, someone who might say to you, we love Christians. Even Quran says we can marry Christian women. Yes, they can marry Christian women to spread Islam, but Muslim women they cannot marry Christian men because that will make the children follow their father. See how they deceive you? Read carefully with me. Muslims are not allowed to take Christians or Jews as a friends. However, anyone he take them as a friend, anyone he take them as a friend, which means he mean it, become might and honorable in the preference to the believers. The one who is sincere. So if there is a Muslim, he take you and he is sincere about taking you as a friend, seeking might and honor by taking the hypocrites, they call us hypocrites, and disbelievers as a friend. He has no connection with Allah. That's it. He's not a Muslim, he's an apostate. If he take you really and he mean it as a friend, he has no honor, which means the Muslims they can attack him and they can rape his wife. No mercy, no protection, which means they can take you as a slave and your property is a free for the Muslims to take it, unless, here is the condition, unless that you guard yourself against them. It is for what? Deception, security. Save yourself from them, taking it as where security, saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way toward them while your heart dislike this. Do you see it? Do you see it, people? So when a Muslim he says to you, uh, I have Christian friends. Muslims don't have Christian friends. That's a lie. I'm not the one who's saying that. This is them. This is by the way, the website we are reading from. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan, owned by the King of Jordan, who was just 2 weeks ago making a speech in the church in England, or actually in Germany, I think. No, sorry, in Italy. This is the King of Jordan, who people they think he is a civil, etc. This is his website. The Institute of Ahl al-Bayt Amman. Ahl al-Bayt is the family of Muhammad. The King of Jordan, he claimed that he is descendant from the family of Muhammad. That explains why he's corrupt. Amman, Jordan. In the website of the King of Jordan, it says you cannot take non-Muslims as a friends unless you speak to them in a friendly way, but in your heart dislike this. This is a chapter 3 verse number 28, and let me post the link for you. This is the link for those who like to save it. This is the chapter, is very famous. It's called the chapter of Taqiyya. Taqiyya means protection. Muslim is allowed to lie for the sake of protection, and protection here is not about they say to you, oh, you are in war, what about somebody want to kill you? As you see here, you are not allowed to take them as a friends. What war? What war? If you are in war, they will not be your friends anyway. They are not in war. In Islam is not allowed to lie. That's a big fat lie. Here we go. It's in front of you. Actually, Muhammad he says you can lie in 3 cases: to your family, to your friends, and to your and to your enemy. Who is left? In Islam, you are not allowed to lie. Yeah, right. In the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 51, it says it clearly: take not the Christians and Jews as a friends. In chapter 9, verse number 23, it says you cannot even take your family as a friends if they are not Muslims. Your father and your brother. Do you see it? So how he will take you as a friend? If a Muslim cannot take his own family as a friend, how he can take you as a friend? For me, I don't mind to have a Muslim friend. Why not? If I have a neighbor, I will visit him. I will be nice to him. But I know, based on his religion, that if he claimed that to be a friend to me, he's lying to me. That's why I don't trust him. Not because I don't like to have a friends from the Muslims. Absolutely not. For me, as a Christian, I don't mind to friend the Hindus, Buddhas, anyone. If their family are not allowed to be their friends, do you see it? Their father, I'm not talking about a father in metaphorical way. Your father, the one who slept with your mother, if he is not he's not a Muslim, you cannot take him as a friend. You see it? So When a Muslim he says to you, you are my friend, he is practicing taqiyya. The only way I can believe a Muslim really being your friend if you don't believe in Islam, and that make him not a Muslim. So why you call him a Muslim? You know what I mean? If somebody he says to me, I am a Muslim, I believe in Islam. Well, this is Islam. This is the Holy Quran. Holy. Do you see how holy it is? It's a lot of holiness. Right? I say, you know, I see many people, they say to me, I have a Muslim friend and they are nice. Well, okay, I don't know. You are saying to me what you are saying to me. You better believe yourself, no problem. But according to me, this is not Islamic. Your Muslim friend, if he is really a Muslim, he follow the Quran. Who is a Christian? A Christian is the one who do what Jesus said. Correct, guys? Is that true? It's not somebody his name is a Christian prince. It's not his name. Someone his name is James or George or Mary. No, you can name, you know, people. They are. We don't have something. It's called you are born as a Christian. You have to be born again. So a person who is a Christian is somebody he follow the steps of Jesus. Same for Muslims. A person we call him Muslim not because his name is Muhammad, but because he believe in this. So ask him, do you believe in the Quran? If he say yes, that's it. He's lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Is that Quran or I'm making things up? This is Quran. This is their translation, not even my translation. Chapter 9, verse 23. In chapter 5, verse 51, it says the same, but in this case, you cannot take a Christians and Jews as a friends. Just to change the chapter, it's very clear, saying you cannot take a Christians and Jews as a friends or protectors. As simple as that. Do you see it? What do you want more clear evidence? Oh, who you believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends and protection. Still, you want to say to me that I have a friend, he is a Muslim. And again, I am not against having a Muslim friend. You know, we believe that we as a human, we should be friends to each other. Why not? But because of the Quran, I cannot trust a Muslim if he says to me, I am your friend, even if he's a very nice person, even if he's a really fantastic person, because you never know, maybe there's somebody is a good person, right? But because of this verse, as long he believe in the Quran, the Quran for him is a holy order of God. It's not a joke. You see, when I say to you in the book of John, if I say to you in the book of Mark, in the book of Luke, or etc., if I say to you that the Bible says that the one who deny the Father and the Son is an Antichrist, can I deny that? I cannot. That's it. Either I believe in that book or I don't. There's no compromise. So if this is his holy book, well, this is his holy book, and his holy book is very clear. They cannot take you as a Christian, as a Jew, as a friend. And by the way, if they cannot take a Christian or a Jew or non-believer as a friend, that's mean Muslims have no friends. Correct? Based on this verse, that's mean Muslims have no friends. We showed you two verses, three verses, 551, 923, and we show you 328, where it says that you cannot take them as a friend unless you are lying. You speak to them in a friendly way, but your heart is just like this. And this is allowed, as you see, to lie. When you say to me, unless you speak to them in a friendly way, while your heart is like this, it means you're allowed to lie. And this is what is called taqiyya, chapter 3, verse number 28. Every Muslim in the West, especially those who promote Islam, they pray this. They play taqiyya. Taqiyya, protection. We have to protect Islam. Anyone? And by the way, the reasons they don't want to take you as a friend because you are a dirty, you are filthy. You are not a human being. You are not a creature like them. You know. Do you remember what Muhammad he said? What is the Quran chapter 3 verse number 28 110? It says that the Muslims are the best of mankind. The Muslims are the best of mankind. The verse, you true Muslims are the best of the people ever raised for mankind, mean the best of the people for the people who bring them and the chain and with the chains around their necks until they embrace Islam. Do you see the duty of the dawah? You see the Muslim, they say to you, we have a da'wah team in the speaker corner. This is not da'wah team, this is garbage. In Islam, you don't do that. You bring them with the chains around their neck. But because now they are weak, they cannot force you with the chain around your neck. Do you see it? Is that my statement? Is it me fabricating things? Is it me making up things? No. This is in front of you. This is what their book. This is their prophet. This is their hadith. Is that a da'if hadith? No. This is Sahih Bukhari. Debate you, boxing Muslim? Okay, I'm debating you, boxing Muslim. What do you want to say to me? Go ahead. Boxing Muslim want to debate me. Okay, I'm debating you now. Go ahead. Start. Start your boxing. Are you there, boxing Muslim? Start. Say something. Go ahead, boxing. By the way, as long you are good in boxing, do you know how your prophet he lost all his teeth? Was it by boxing or by a rock? And how he was able to recite the Quran after that? I guess Muhammad was reciting the Quran like this. How somebody have no teeth he recite Quran? Are you there, boxing? Look, the second I mention his name, he died. I don't know what happened. He's playing dead now. Like you see, they think I don't see their text. Suddenly they are heroes. The second I mention their name, they play dead. They are gone. In the Muslim translation, they say to you that they broke his teeth. What teeth? One teeth? Your prophet is not good in boxing. Look what happened to him. Anyone? All right, forget about him. Maybe he's looking for the teeth of the prophet now. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. Did we have a good time, guys? I have only 28 dislike. I am so disappointed. I am a Christian prince, and yet a 28 dislike. Muslims are, come on, do something. 28 only dislike. Why? I mean, this is not a show respect. Only 28 dislike. After all what I showed you, the prophet is lying, the prophet fabricating science, the prophet is corrupting your book, the prophet is making fake statement, and you give me only 28 dislike. I mean, this is not even fair. A person like me should have like 1,000 dislike. Have you ever heard in YouTube somebody asking people to give a dislike except me? I will tell you, brother, the reason for that. Because my name is Dakar Naik, and because I understand the word differently. When somebody give me dislike, I feel better. That means I'm a very good actor. When the kuffar and the infidel brother, they insult me and they give me dislike, I feel better. It's like a fuel for me, brother.
Thank you, Allah, brother. So I think it's clear now, right? Anyway, guys, don't forget to download the video. My video don't stay long in YouTube, so you better download them, post them again in your page, and feel free to have them in your page and get more subscribers, so we can share the word with the Lord. Sorry, the word of the Lord with everybody. And here we, by the way, the good thing we do, that we show always a reference. It's not a guy showing himself in the camera making a speech. As you see, I say nothing, I just read for you what is there. Nothing is my own. It's your books, it is your translation, it's your website, it is your money. Thank Allah, thank you. The Muslim, they spend money to publish this, brother. The Muslims are so nice to us. They want to teach us about Islam, brother. What I will do without you Muslims? What we will do without you if you are not helping us and spending your money to make those website for us? We are very, very grateful. So I want to say thank you for everybody. May the Lord bless you, and I hope we will be able to go again soon, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We will see. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to unsubscribe and then subscribe again, because that make you feel better and something new come to your life. This is what called deception of Allah. Thank you very much. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, full of lies and deceptions, and we are here to expose it. If you like to read more, to know more, you can get my books from Amazon.com or Amazon Germany or France. We have my books in many languages, and lately we have our book in Spanish in case you speak Spanish. Thank you very much. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and see you soon. Bye-bye.